All right, well, welcome everyone. Welcome to our Team Huddle for August 26th. And we're every time we have a meeting, every week we have more and more new people. So I just like to go ahead and begin with introducing myself in case I have not met you yet. But my name is Kim Cardenas. I am a regional vice president, and I am so excited to have you as a part of our team. And Arbonne is in such huge momentum right now that this is the perfect time to be a part of Arbonne, and it is the perfect time to be asking people to join your business, asking people to take a look at this opportunity. I was just listening to a SoundCloud earlier today, and they were saying that, you know, Arbonne is not a billion-dollar company yet, but many people, many of the MVPs really feel Arbonne will be a billion-dollar company in early 2020. So that just really shows how much momentum this company is in, because I'm trying to think, we were like a $500 million company, so we weren't quite to, you know, halfway to $1 billion. I think the last time they put that information out there, and the direct sales organization puts that out. So for us to make that big of a leap, it just goes to show you, man, now is the time. So super excited to have all of you on tonight. And if we'd like to take a moment to introduce our new people, if anybody wants to do that. Krista, I know you did that just a minute, but go ahead and introduce Melissa real quick.
So we've got Melissa on. She's actually direct to my sister, Heather. And so Melissa actually works for Hand and Stone, and she is a esthetician. And so she actually just started there today. It was her first day in there. And so I'm super excited to have her on. She's working on qualification for district this month. So that's what she's working on. So she's I'm seeing if any of the other girls are on, but she's my only one on right now. But my other girls will be listening in, I'm sure.
All right, fantastic. I'm going to go ahead and mute everybody, and then when it's your turn to speak, just go ahead and unmute yourself. I forgot to do that at the beginning, so a little bit of that, Krista, we didn't catch, but we will, when you get the opportunity to speak again, I'll let you go ahead and repeat some of that. All right, so we're going to start off with some real nitty-gritty right here at the beginning, because as if you didn't know, this is the last week of the month. And so the last week of the month is really important in your Arbonne business, because we've all set goals. And we all want to double bonus this month, because Arbonne has said if you reach your level bonus, so if you reach your consultant bonus or your district manager bonus or your area manager bonus or your region bonus, they will double it the month of August. So, you know, let's not leave any money on the table. Let's go for that bonus and then and Arbonne's going to double it. So you're going to get some extra cash in your paycheck this month. So we really need to focus, you know, on what's important this last week. And, you know, we always like to say you really got to focus on that IPA, that income producing activity, and get those 150 QV orders in when you sign up your new preferred clients and your new consultants, because it is that 150 mark that Arbonne counts them as a new PC or a new IC toward your bonus. So, you know, how sad for you to sign up 3, 4, 5 new people and not all of them count, because not all of their orders reached 150. And so make sure you encourage them to up their order, or you add something to their order to help reach the 150, because you're going to, you know, get that money back in double, especially this month. And you can just have their order shipped to you and take your products out and deliver to them, or have it delivered to them and you go buy and get that product that you ordered. So it's just so important to reach that 150 mark when it comes to our bonuses. Okay, so when we're focusing on IPA, during this last week, what are we going to do? And so what I've asked 3 of our team members to share some tips for closing the month strong. So I'm going to first ask Brenda Fouts, Area Manager Brenda Fouts, to share a tip on closing the month strong. Is she still on here, or did she jump off? Oh, there she is. All right, you're unmuted, Brenda. Go ahead.
Okay, sorry. I'm glad. Hopefully, you can hear me with the phone because my computer was giving me fits tonight. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I'm also trying to push to get my definitely my bonus for this month as well. So, my husband Stan works at Home Depot, so they're having a Labor Day sale. So I'm like, well, why don't we have a pre-Labor Day sale? So I'm going to call all of my preferred clients and say, hey, we're having a pre-Labor Day sale. What's your favorite products? Is it nutrition? Is it skincare? I'll give you 35% off, but you have to do it before Friday. So I'm going to have a pre-Labor Day sale. That's going to be my little last push to get everything done to get my bonus this month. So that's going to be my push, along with everything else that I'm trying to do to get my last minute orders and just tie down the people that I've been working on all month. My month just tends to build, and then at the very end, it's like, okay, all the stuff I've been working on finally, hopefully, comes to be. But I'm doing a pre-Labor Day sale.
Fantastic. Great idea, Brenda. And, just to repeat what Brenda said, she is offering her discount for people for her pre-Labor Day sale. And that is perfectly fine for you to do, is for you to offer your discount to new people or to, to preferred clients that you already have. All right. Let's see. Stacy, where are you? Go ahead and share with us.
Okay. I like what Brenda said. I like her idea. But I have offered a few of my preferred clients, if they place an order this week, I will cover their sales tax, and encourage them to get to that $150 so that they don't have to pay shipping. But, anyway, I've offered that to them. But the other thing I wanted to this is something that I wanted to share with you guys anyway, just on personal growth. My pastor said something on Sunday that absolutely I can't stop thinking about. He said, it takes intimacy with God to give birth to your destiny. And so I want to encourage everyone for the next few days, don't just push. Good night, baby. I'm sorry. Don't just push for, the sales and all that. Take the time to do some personal development as well. That's all.
Amen. Amen.
Absolutely, Stacy. And I'm going to touch on personal development again tonight. So we are all on the same focus plane. We are all moving in the right direction. So thanks, Stacy. So her IPA tip was to offer to pay the sales tax. If you can afford to do that, absolutely do that. And what you would do is you would just put their order in, put their credit card information in minus the sales tax, and then put your credit card information in with the amount that the sales tax would be. So excellent idea. All right, Krista.
All right. Mine is on not prejudging. I go back and think about the biggest month that I ever had, which was last year when we went in qualification for area. And that's what we are pushing for this month. And so we are asking everybody. And so that would be my biggest tip, is don't prejudge anybody. Again, treat everybody like they have a big 10 on their forehead and make them feel important. You never know what it is that they're going to need from us in regards to our bond. So is it from a business standpoint? Is it a product standpoint? And then dig deep down. The best time to dig deep down is this last week. So think about, how bad do you want it? And I have notes here. So I'm like, Kim said one thing and I was like, oh, this is a big thing, but it's like 3 little things. So how bad do you want it? don't think about the outcome because it doesn't matter. Does the goal matter? Yes, but it doesn't matter what the outcome is because every single thing you do now is going to show up, whether it's right now or if it's next month. So just don't think about the outcome. Just ask anyway and don't prejudge. And that's what my tip is.
Fantastic, Krista. Absolutely. The last week of the month, we have to have a sense of urgency about us, and we just go out there and we ask as much as we can. And, you know, if you're normally doing 3 asks a day, the last week of the month, do 10 asks a day, you know, and then, you know, get to close them before the end of the month. So, you know, just have a sense of urgency this month. If not, you know, to, you know, reach your promotion and all that goal, but also to get that bonus, because Arbonne doesn't put out double bonus very often. And, you know, there's nothing holding us back except ourselves. So just go for it. All we have to do is ask people to try these products, you know, to purchase the products, to try the products, and to join our business. I mean, that's what we do. And so why not double up your efforts this last week of the month? All right. So as I had said before in the previous team huddles, my trainings for the next couple of weeks, I'm going to be focusing on the daily method for success sheet. And so last week I covered the first one and the second one, the 20 minutes of personal development, and then the gratitude list. And so today I'm going to cover the third and fourth items on the list. And so the third item is 3 new asks. And this is the heart and soul of what we do. Okay, as Arbonne independent consultants who want to grow our businesses. This is the heart and soul of what we do. So when we say 3 new asks every day, we're asking people to take a look at the business. We're asking people to host an event or to come to an event. We're asking people to try the gold bag, or which is another name for what we call the RE9 set, for take the RE9 set and try it for 3 days, or to sample the nutrition products that we use on our 30 Days to Healthy Living. So asking 3 people to do one of those items, but during the last week of the month, you can up that to 10 people. And if you have a big goal for the month, you know, for like next month in September, if you have a big goal for that month, you can make your goal for every day is 10 asks a day or 5 asks a day, whatever it's going to take for you to reach your goal. But on our daily method for success, it says 3 asks a day. And so if there are 30 days in a month and you're doing 3 asks a day, that's going to be 30 people. And so, is that right? Did I do the math right on that? Is it late this evening? Somebody tell me the math.
90 people.
90, thank you. And yeah, that didn't sound right. I'm like, that was a blonde moment. And if you're sending out 90 asks in a month's time, 40 of those people you're going to have a back and forth conversation with, okay? Because we don't count them as a face. And, you know, our role as an independent consultant is to have 40 conversations with people, either about the business or about the products, okay? And so if you're doing 90 asks, if you're putting 90 asks out there, statistically, you're going to be able to have 40 conversations, okay? So that's why the 3 asks a day are there. But if you have really big goals, you want to up that number of asks every day. All right, so you're asking people to take a look at the business. And so how do we do that? You can say, you know, as simple as, a lot of the millennials are using this, have you ever heard of Arbonne? That's as simple as that they're asking. And if they answer back or text back and say no, then you would say, if I sent you a video, would you watch it? That's simple. And then send them a Discover Arbonne video. Or if you're new to the business, you can say, I just started my own business with Arbonne. I'm super excited. I would love to share it with you. If I sent you a video, would you watch it? You know, it's as simple as that. And then today, or was it yesterday, I posted on our Team Rev Voxer a longer ask, and this just came out of a big conference that happens out in the Midwest every year. And I'm going to read it to you because it sounds, I mean, it is so good. So if you have people on your list who you think will read more than 1 or 2 sentences in a message, then this is a great ask to send out there. I am looking for 2 to 3 positive, ambitious, motivated people who are sick and tired of being sick and tired, that want to be a part of something bigger than themselves. People that are tired of being overworked, underpaid, undervalued, and underappreciated, that know they have a purpose that's greater than just getting a paycheck, that want to make a difference, not only in their families' lives, but in the lives of families all over the world. And when I find those people, along with my leadership team, along with my leadership team, are going to coach them, train them, and prepare them to build a successful business that will give them a chance to create all the time, money, and freedom that they desire. So my only question, Mary, does the person I just described sound like you? So that's super empowering to send to somebody. I mean, that gives people hope. That gets people excited about the possibility. So I actually put that on our Voxer, copy it, paste it into your notes, and that way you have it there. When you think that verbiage would work with somebody, send it to them. But be sure you put their name in it, personalize it, put their name in it, send it to them, and see if you get a response back. All right. So those are just 3 examples of asking people to take a look at the business. We're also asking people to host an event. And some of the verbiage that's coming out of Cecilia Stoll's Nation, some of the RVP to B calls that we're listening to, some verbiage that's being repeated over and over is, it would mean the world to me if you would gather a few people around your kitchen table. It would mean the world to me. So if you're asking somebody to host an Arbonne get-together, so use that verbiage. It would mean the world to me. All right. And then we're also asking people to come to an event, come to a healthy happy hour, or come to a Discover Arbonne. So it would mean the world to me if you would come and join me at this event. All right. And then the other thing that we're asking is for people to sample products out of 30 Days to Healthy Living, or sample the gold bag for 3 days. So that's what those are the 3 new asks that we're doing. We're asking people to do one of those 3 things. All right, so number 4 on our daily method for success is 3 follow-ups from ask. Okay, so we just did our 3, 5, or 10 asks, however many asks that you're doing, okay? And so if you're not following up with those asks, okay, then you're pretty much spinning your wheels. You're doing all that work by sending those asks out, but you're not doing the follow-up, because statistically, it takes people 3, 5, 7, sometimes 10 touches before they will answer you back. So don't get discouraged when you send out those asks that people are not answering you back right away, because it is the nature of our business. It is human nature, because people are busy. They are not thinking about you and your Arbonne business. They're not thinking about you and your Arbonne products. They are focused on their world and what's going on with them. And most often when we send them a text or a message, they are consumed with something that's going on in their world. And that's why it takes us several times to follow up with that ask. So if you're sending those asks out there and you're just letting it lay dead on the floor, you're missing out on a lot of opportunity out there, because again, it takes 3, 5, 7, 10 touches. If you're listening to any of the new millennial YouTubes or videos, and they talk about how many times it took them before they say yes. I mean, it's crazy. I mean, they're like 10. It took me 10 times before I even responded back to their sponsor, and now they're a national vice president. So, you're ace. maybe they're just waiting for you to reach back out, So that is what is meant on our daily method for success when it says 3 follow-up from ask. And so if you're like me and you keep these all stapled together and you need to figure out who do I need to follow up with today, you just flip back through here and see who you've asked and not followed up with yet. Man, my daily method for success, the front and the back of them are all, you know, written on, because this is where I keep track of what I do for my business every single day. All right, so, you know, the fortune, and you hear this in Arbonne all the time, the fortune is in the follow-up. You have to, if you're going to send out those asks and you're going to ask people, you've got to follow up with them, because that is where you build your team and that is where you end up selling your products also. All right. So the next thing that I just want to cover just briefly, because I've talked to many of you guys over the last week, 2 weeks or so, and some of you guys are not close to meeting the goals that you had set out for yourself for August. And so I want to talk about your mindset and about the law of attraction, because typically, or a lot of times, when we get to the end of the month and we see that we're not going to reach our goals, we get down on ourselves. We, you know, become next monthers and say, oh, I'll just get back to it next month. But the law of attraction says we have to radiate, no matter how we feel, we have to radiate positivity, okay? We have to radiate successfulness. We have to radiate that we're on top of the world. And so how do we do that if we don't feeling good about ourselves? And that's where Stacy a minute ago talked about personal development. That is why it is so important to do our personal development every single day. You know, what I covered last week, number 1 on our daily method for success is 20 minutes of personal development. And so if you do your 20 minutes of personal development in the morning, right before you work your Arbonne business, you're going to be pumped up, and your law of attraction, your attractability to getting people to say yes, to take a look at the business, to try the product, is going to be better than it is if you're down in the dumps about yourself and about your business. Okay, because there is a truth about the law of attraction. Because, I mean, just think about, you know, people who are sad or, you know, or just, you know, unhappy or whatever, we're not attracted. You're not attracted to them. We're not attracted to them. But the people, and I mean, just look on social media, the people who look like they're having fun, whose lives are wonderful, are those the people you're attracted to on social media? Like, what are they doing? What's their lives all about, you know? So, you know, sometimes we have to fake it until we make it. So if you're not feeling positive any particular day, then delve into the personal development. And after you've delved into the personal development, then go out and send out your ask. Go out and meet with people, because people are attracted to positive people. And so we have to work on that law of attraction. We have to work on that positivity every single day. And I just happened to watch a video about the law of attraction. Since I was going to talk about it, I thought, well, I'll just watch a video. And it talked about that the thoughts you go to bed with have a huge effect on how you get up and your law of attraction the next day. So, you know, read some personal development before you go to bed at night. You know, if you're going to do 20 minutes a day, you can do 10 minutes in the morning, 10 minutes at night. That way you're getting it at both ends, you know, before you do your Arbonne work and then before you go to bed. So when you wake up in the next morning, because I say those last thoughts that you feed into your brain is what your mind thinks about at nighttime. So you want them to be very positive thoughts. All right. And so in closing tonight, I want to talk about momentum. Momentum. I talked a little bit about it at the beginning. The Arbonne is in huge momentum. I don't want any of you guys to let this momentum get by you. This is the last quarter of the month. This is the quarter that we see the most promotions in Arbonne. And, you know, we have a holiday line and we also have a new skincare line. I mean, those are some amazing tools to work with going into the last quarter of the month. So, you know, grab a hold of this momentum. And for you to get into momentum, it takes consistent activity. You know, you just don't one day start momentum. Momentum builds over time. And that is why we're going over the daily method of success in detail, because if you're doing this every single day, your business is going to build momentum. And I don't want any of us to miss out on the wave, the Arbonne wave that's happening right now. You don't want to be on the sidelines. You want to be in the midst of it all. So when we're doing the daily methods of success every single day, we are building momentum in our own businesses. And momentum occurs when we're very consistent. You can't stop and start your business and expect to be in momentum. It has to be consistent activity over time that builds momentum. And so I encourage you, if you haven't started today, haven't started yet, start tomorrow with the daily method of success and fill out as much of it as you can. And as time goes on, you will get better and quicker at this, and you will find that you're able to complete a full sheet in just a small amount of time every single day. And then when you have a month of these under your belt, your business is going to be in momentum. So I want you to give it a shot. I want you to trust me on this. I want you to say, what if it does work? What if it does work? Think about where your business will be in 30, 60, and 90 days by December 31st. I mean, just imagine the promotions that will happen in your business with you and your team if you do this daily method of success every single day. The momentum is going to be incredible. So create a pace that's comfortable for you. If doing this 4 times a week is what you're comfortable with, hey, that's amazing. You will begin to see momentum from that. But if you can do this 5 days a week or 6 days a week, you're going to see incredible growth in yourself personally because of all the personal development you're doing, but also in your business and in the growth of your team. All right, that's it. That's all. Have an amazing close. Feel free to call, text, Vox me anytime to help you with the remaining of this month, because I am here to help you reach your goals so that we will all reach our team goals and then our individual goals. And so for that, I'm going to say goodnight. I'll close off the recording. If anybody has any questions or anything they would like to